Welcome to Chrissy Love. My name is Chrissy. This is my perfume channel where, with your support, I curate my perfume collection in real time. Today, we are talking about dollar store dupes. And I think this falls in the generally fun category, not too serious when it comes to perfume reviews. But I frequent my local dollar store. Everything in the store is actually $1, which I love. So I shop there often when I'm looking to pick up something really inexpensive or something that's really common, like aluminum foil or soda or something like that. And this last time when I went there, I discovered 2 perfume dupes. And I said, for $1, I just really can't resist. I usually resist, but this time I could not resist. So I picked up dupes for Vera Wang Princess and Lolita Lempicka EDP. If you enjoy fun perfume content like this, or even more serious reviews, which I also do on this channel, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when more content comes up. So without further ado, let's jump in. The first dupe that I want to talk about is Vera Wang Princess. And of course, I own the original. This was actually one of my signature scents back when I was in college. So it's been around in my collection really since the beginning of my perfume experience. And it's rather a light perfume. It is, I hesitate to say juvenile, but it's not a very serious perfume. It's very sweet, and it doesn't really have anything too challenging or too deep in it. The notes in the original are top notes of water lily, apricot, apple, and mandarin orange. Middle notes of dark chocolate, guava, tiara flower, and tuberose, and the base notes are vanilla, amber, and woodsy notes. And this is a perfume that doesn't have super strong performance. It does project for the first hour or so when you're wearing it, but it does require really to be oversprayed. And on me, it turns into a skin scent pretty early on in the day. So again, something that's kind of suited to a younger population, and definitely I can see why it was one of my signature scents back when I was younger, back in college. So yeah, let me show you. This bottle isn't too impressive, I have to say, but this is the bottle from the dollar store. And the color looks pretty similar. Actually, it's a brighter purple. It's kind of pretty. And this is what the box looks like. So yeah, nothing exciting about this packaging whatsoever. But I was really pleasantly surprised by this. Now, initially, this smells like a just less rich version, a slightly synthetic undertone to it, which I guess you would expect because it's not the same quality of ingredients, I'm sure. But that guava is in there. There's a vanilla scent in there. It's just like a slightly less sweet version of the original perfume. Then after half an hour of wearing it on my skin, this stays really light, whereas the original gets deeper and develops a little bit more like a proper perfume does, whereas this one stays very light, almost transparent and watery, so it keeps that eau de toilette kind of feeling, but that synthetic smell goes away, and I have to say that the notes really match up note for note. I mean, you are getting a true experience of Vera Wang Princess with this, just a really lighter version. Like the water lily really comes out, and I really smell apple, so it's fresh and sweet and light, just like the original is. So this was really a surprise for me. I feel like I could wear the Vera Wang Princess original and then bring this with me in my handbag, and if something happened to it, really who would care, and just spray it on as a touch-up later on in the day. So this really was a nice surprise. I'm going to keep this around. I'm not going to make it the only perfume I wear in a day because it just fades way too quickly. The performance just really isn't there. But as far as it smelling like the original, it actually really does. They did a pretty good job. The second one that they duped here was Lolita Lempicka Eau de Parfum. And so this is a new formulation. I believe it was reformulated about 4 to 5 years ago. And I really enjoy this one. This is not, to me, a really juvenile perfume. Now, for the notes, we have top notes of star anise, violet, and ivy. Middle notes of licorice, cherry, iris, orris root, and amaryllis. And base notes of vanilla, praline, tonka bean, white musk, and vetiver. And I really enjoy this one. I get a lot of licorice when I spray this on. It's sweet, it's deep, it develops really nicely on my skin, so I love the original. Now I'll show you the bottle of the dupe, and it's called Lovely Lady for what that's worth. And then here's what the outside packaging looks like. So again, nothing too impressive. And this was really similar to the Princess one, where it's a like 80% dupe. Like, this is really quite good. It does smell very similar note for note. It just smells like a less rich version. So when I first spray it on, it has a slight synthetic undertone. Again, the quality of the ingredients is not quite the same. But I actually get more cherry in the opening than I do with the original, which was really interesting. Then about half an hour of wearing it, that synthetic note really fades away, and it turns into an eau de toilette kind of feeling of the original. And the notes match up precisely. When it dries down on my skin, the notes are all there. The performance is not there, but the notes are absolutely all there, which I think is super impressive for $1 of perfume, which is just incredible to me. Yeah, so this is another one that I would carry around in my bag to do a touch-up during the day. It would not be the original one I would spray on my skin. I would probably spray the original first and then use it as a touch-up or in my hair or my clothes. But for being a dollar store dupe, this was very impressive to me. I hope this was fun for you. I hope that this encourages you to give a try to perfumes that maybe you wouldn't think would perform that well or wouldn't really be worth it, that you say, hey, let's give this a try. Everything is so subjective when it comes to the experience of a perfume. And if someone had given me this in this bottle, would I have been able to tell the difference? I probably would have just said, oh, that's just a weaker Lempicka than I was expecting. But I probably wouldn't have really questioned it if I didn't have my own eyes the proof that it was a different perfume. So that just goes to show you how advanced dupers have gotten and how easily you can recreate a perfume, which of course we see dupes coming out of popular perfumes all the time. So let me know in the comments if you've tried a fun, cheapy dupe and if it was worth picking up and maybe worth supplementing my collection with.